It takes a special kind of game to capably toe the line between a living work of art and an engaging video game. But when they do, they bring an ear-to-ear grin across your face that never leaves until the story is over. Ori and the Blind Forest begins with the title character falling off the enchanted spirit tree, finding himself blown away across the land, far away from home. He's picked up by a large forest dweller named Naru, and they live a happy existence, picking up fruit and frolicking in the woods. That's when the darkness starts to set in. Ori's caretaker perishes, leaving the little sprite to fend for himself, just as an evil owl called Kuro strips the forest of its light. Ori bumps into a helper orb called Scene, who is tied to the spirit tree. Together, they look to restore life to the forest and bring Ori home. With hand-painted art and a simple yet engaging narrative, it's hard not to get completely sucked in by Ori's story. It's a remarkable feat, as the story unfolds through action, gestures, and minimal text that breezes by the screen and is blown away as fast as it appears. The landscape is almost distracting in its beauty, with multiple layers of animation on display. With Kuro's purple hue of evil enveloping the world along with a dark blue and gray storm clouds, it's all contrasted beautifully by Ori's light-filled character model. Perhaps none of the scenes are more gorgeous than the scenes in which Ori confronts the much larger Kuro. The shadowy owl is a beast to behold, with a majesty that's only equal to its menace. All of it adds up to the kind of visual flair reminiscent of past indie darlings like Limbo and Journey. Ori's gameplay mechanics are every bit as deep as the game's art style, employing the tried and true Metroidvania formula that sees Ori's abilities grow from scratch. Scene will act as Ori's main attack source, using light attacks to ward off enemies. While this isn't much to start with, Ori will soon gain additional abilities in a few different ways. By defeating enemies and gathering other yellow orb drops, Ori can gain ability points that will let players upgrade his abilities through a skill tree. Ori can also find lesser guardian trees, which will grant various abilities, like a double jump and a wall jump to proceed further into the world. The abilities take some time to master, such as Bash that can send Ori dashing towards one direction and enemy projectiles flying in another. The puzzles are incredibly well thought out, taking full advantage of Ori's abilities and not just in a one-note manner. Some of the puzzles require stringing together some of the abilities, such as a sequence that requires Ori to send an enemy projectile shooting through 3 tubes to lead to a breakable door. While somewhat complex at first glance, the controls are so crisp and responsive that they're reasonably challenging. The main mechanic that sets Ori apart from its contemporaries is the Soul Link. The Soul Link will use Ori's energy meter to create a save spot at nearly any point in the world, where he can respawn safely and also look through the skill tree. There are certain spots where the energy meter isn't easily refillable, meaning a certain amount of care is required before making a save spot. Furthermore, the energy meter is also tied to other skills, such as Ori's Charge Flame that can defeat powerful enemies and also open up new areas. Knowing when to save is a key part of this game and a mechanic that's well executed. We here at Shacknews give Ori and the Blind Forest a 9 out of 10. Ori and the Blind Forest is excellently crafted, both artistically and mechanically. It's the single most beautiful game we've seen in 2015, with fluid hand-painted beauty that comes off as a painting come to life. With deep mechanics like the Soul Link system and Ori's myriad of unlockable abilities, as well as ingeniously crafted puzzles that put the user's mind to work. Ori is also a challenging piece of work and one that's worth racking your brain over. Moon Studios has a cinematic marvel on its hands, knowing exactly where to balance the light and the dark, both visually and narratively. It's a short game, coming in about 7 hours, but it's worth every precious second. For the full review and for all of your video game needs, be sure to head over to shacknews.com.